If you're visiting Holland to see the tulips, going to Keukenhof is an absolute must. Also known as the Garden of Europe, Keukenhof is one of the world's biggest flower gardens with millions of flowers and jaw-dropping landscapes. I've had the pleasure of visiting twice now, so here are some tips for your first time visiting. Keukenhof is only open in the spring and it goes from March 20th to May 11th. I'd recommend visiting in early to mid-April for the best shot at seeing the tulips, but they have plenty of other gorgeous flowers on display in case you missed them. Tickets cost around €20 when booking online, and you can change your reservation up to 24 hours before your time slot. And because it's so popular, try to get an early time slot to beat the crowds. 8 or 9 is best as it gets busy after 10 a.m., though it's best to just expect the crowds because you can't completely avoid them. If you choose to drive here, just know that you have to pay an additional €8 for a parking pass. Otherwise, you can catch a bus. They have plenty of shuttles dedicated to Keukenhof, specifically coming from Amsterdam and other nearby cities. And now onto the fun stuff. They have several buildings around the complex where you can buy souvenirs, grab a coffee or a bite to eat, and look at some pretty flower displays. I found the ones at Oranje Nassau particularly stunning, and obviously, depending on what you're most interested in, you're going to want to prioritize visiting that part of the park first since, like I said, it gets pretty busy. On the right side of the park, they have a little canal boat for taking photos, as well as this windmill that you can climb up to view some of the neighboring tulip fields. If you've never seen or been inside a Dutch windmill before, this is a great opportunity to do so. But if you've been to Zanziskans before or the neighboring fields aren't in bloom, then I personally wouldn't prioritize it. Instead, I'd recommend going towards the Wilhelmina first to see what I think are the most beautiful gardens in the complex with views of the flowers and the lake. I also just feel like the gardens on this side of the complex are more ornately designed, but that's just my opinion. And this goes without saying, but don't be dumb and stay out of the flower beds. As for timing, if I had to guess, I'd say it takes about 3.5 hours to see everything, but if all else fails, just have fun and enjoy being surrounded by such beautiful flowers. But anyway, that's all for now. I hope you found this video helpful and follow for more travel content.